I believe you're pro-abortion. You are racist.
You believe that?
I believe that. Because the original intent of abortion was to get rid of black people. If you are pro-abortion, you're racist. The argument of having the choice, like you're taking the choice away from women, is a marketing scheme. It's not real.
Right.
It's not real.
The marketing scheme of taking away the choice of women?
Yes. That's not a real thing. They did marketing for that, and they said, how can we get more people on board with being pro-abortion? Because they wanted to get rid of blacks. And they couldn't lynch people because then it's socially unacceptable. So they went in, they said, let's start in the womb and let's remove it at birth.
But I think a lot of people don't know that.
They don't know that. Do you think they care to know?
Probably not.
They bought into the marketing scheme.
Well, yeah,
of having the choice of.
They think they're picking based off what they believe in, but they don't know the meaning underneath it.
Right. But
I didn't know it was, like, I didn't know that it was before to take out the blacks.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Margaret Sanger, she was the wife of a KKK. And she said, how can we get rid of blacks? You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. They didn't even want the blacks to be born.
But when it started, it was just the blacks?
Yeah. That's the original intent of abortion, was to get rid of black people.
That's crazy.
That's why abortion clinics are only in the cities. Because minorities are in the cities.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
So where did you research this? Like, where do you find this at? Where do people have access to that information?
You can find that anywhere. You can find that on the internet, Roe versus Wade. You can find a Roe versus Wade documentary on Prime. You can go on the internet and find
the
history of abortion. Margaret Sanger. I did a whole podcast on it last season. What if I went around saying, if you're pro-abortion, you're a racist? I have every right to say that.
Yeah, but I think people are gonna look at you like,
because
they
think it's
don't know
a
what you're
choice
talking
thing.
about. Yeah, because they don't understand where that comes from.
Right, but they think that they understand where Christopher Columbus, that he was a racist, and they say that he went around raping and pillaging women, which isn't true. But they literally take the day and they switched it to another day. Like, they're like, oh, they're so anti-Christopher Columbus because they think they know the history. But if they're so for abortion, why don't they go and look at the original intent of abortion, which is to get rid of black people?
I mean, I 100% agree.
So I can go around, because everybody calls me a racist because I married a white guy, and I'm a conservative, and I'm a Christian, and Christianity has like a stigma just a stigma in general. People have free reign to call me a racist all day long. But if you're pro-abortion, I should have free reign to call you a racist. Fact? Fact or no fact?
I guess so, yeah. But how would you be a racist is it being a racist not liking a specific color, race?
Right.
Your husband is white. Why would you be a racist?
I'm a racist because I don't like the other, they're saying that I'm a race traitor.
What?
You've never heard that? People call me that all day long. I'm a race traitor because of who I voted for, because I'm a, conservative.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not.
But that's what I'm saying, is people can say what they want all day long. But if I say, which is fundamentally true, that abortion was originally to get rid of black people, and there was a marketing scheme behind that,
then you can call them a racist.
I can clearly call them a racist, and nobody should have a problem with it. Because if you look at the history, that's what it was about.
But you can also call them a racist because you're killing every race.
You're killing every race?
Because now
at this point, everybody. Yeah, now it's not everybody. Now it's not just.
Well, now you can't call them a racist because they're killing everybody. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, then it's population control at this point.
Yeah, but
pretty much.
So you believe in population control?
Yeah, you're assassinating a baby of any race, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a racist.
Do you know when that started? The whole killing the blacks basically.
And the
'Cause,
60s?
like, and where?
The 60s?
Oh, so yeah, so it's far back. So
Yeah.
like I feel like for my generation, obviously we didn't grow up. I didn't grow up knowing that. Like they don't teach you that in school.
Right.
So all I would know would be, unless I go outside of, unless I intentionally look it up, I'm not gonna know something like that. Or unless somebody tells me. What I know is from what you see, and everyone has a right to abort nowadays. Like
that's what they say.
That's what they say. That's what people claim. That's what people want. But as a believer, that's not the side I side with, regardless of what happened back in the days. I go based off
of the Bible.
Mm-hmm. But for people that are so gung-ho about one thing or the other, I mean, it probably is ideal to look it up.
Right.
Like,
right.
You don't know what you're standing up for. So
no idea. But they're so hung up on, oh, you gotta look at the history of Christopher Columbus. You have to look at the history of Freemasons. You have to look at the history of George Washington. You have to look at the history. It's not even a correct history, but the history of something that they believe in so much. It turns into a religion.
Right.
They don't even look up the history on that.
Yeah.
Abortion was designed to get rid of black people.
Mm.
So you, pro-abortionists, are a racist.